Hello, I'm Swati Sethi. Now I'm going to explain about the topic rules for construction of SLR passing table. First comes, we have to understand what are the prerequisites for constructing a SLR passing table. First, we need an augmented grammar, which will contain a new starting symbol S dash refers to S. And then we have to compute LR0 of items of all the productions with a dot indicating the passing position, and comes the collection of all the LR0 of items from state I0 to IN via closure and goto. And next we have to compute first and follow of all the non-terminals involved in that grammar. And next we say the grammar is in SLR1 if there is no conflict in the final table. SLR parsing table structure, action part and goto part. Action part refers to the columns, all with all the terminal symbols plus dollar symbol. And the shift entries, reduce entries, accept, error, all are in this action part. Determines the passer action based on state and look ahead. Next comes the go to part. Go to part is with all the non-terminals except S dash, which is computer added in augmented grammar. This will contain the entries such as J, the state number. Use it after reduction to determine the next state. The rule 1. Filling the shift entries in the passing table. If ij is equal to go to of ii comma a, where a is a terminal, where the second argument is a terminal, then we will write action of I comma a is equal to sj. Ij became sj. That is the key point here. Meaning shift symbol A onto stack and move to the state J. Example, go to is equal to I. We'll write this in the passing table such as action of 0th row, comma, ID column will become S5. I5 to S5, I0 will refer to the row, row number and ID will refer to the column. Next comes rule 2. The reduce entries. We'll compute the reduce entries by numbering all the productions in the augmented grammar from 0 to n. Here, let's say we have 6, 0 to 6. If we want to understand this, if A gives alpha dot belongs to II, dot at the rightmost position, then action I comma follow of A. A comes from the LHS of that production which is containing the dot at the rightmost position. Then reduced by A alpha or RJ, meaning reduce handle alpha on stack to a non-terminal A. That is, alpha is now reduced to its LHS A, applied for all symbols in follow of A, not just to a specific look ahead. Let's understand with an example. I2 is equal to E refers to T dot. And here we consider the follow of LHS, that is E. Follow of E contains E, closing parenthesis, and dollar. So that action of 2, 2 comes from I2. So I2 will refer the row number and the follow of E will refer to the columns. 2 comma plus, 2 comma closing parenthesis, 2 comma dollar is filled with R2. R2 comes from if the grammar, in that grammar, E refers to T is the second production numbered as 2. Then it is numbered as R2. Next comes accept entry. If S dash refers to S dot belongs to II, augmented production dot at the end. Then action of I comma dollar is equal to accept. That is, the string is accepted, meaning the parsing is complete, the input string is valid. typically occurs in state 1, so that action 1, 1 row and dollar column is equal to accept. This is only the accept condition in the SLR parsing. Next comes the goto entries. If ij is equal to goto of I comma a, where a is a non-terminal. The second argument in the goto is a non-terminal. Then goto of I comma a is equal to j. J comes from ij, and this refers to the meaning after reducing to a, transition to state j, used only after reduce operations. Example, goto of I naught comma e is equal to I. This means that goto of I0 comma e is equal to 1. That is, here the 0 has become the row number and e has become the column in the goto section. 1 has come from I1. And next, let's take a small example which is discussed later. First, let's summarize all this. Shift, reduce, accept, go to. The condition, the table entry, and when it is applied. As I discussed, ij, go to is equal to I comma a, and a is a terminal. For shift operation, for reduce operation, the dot has to be on the rightmost position in the go to action, and for accept, S dash gives S dot, typically which occurs in the first row and the dollar column. Go to. Go to means the second argument in the go to action, go to operation has to be a non-terminal. The table entry, as I discussed. And when it is applied, terminal transition for shift operation, reduce, dot at the end of the production and the go to, accept, augmented production is complete, go to, non-terminal transition. Note, this is all about the symbols that are used in the table. T refers to the terminals, N refers to the non-terminals, RJ refers to the product reduced by production J. Conflict detection and resolution. Shift reduce conflict. Here, as I said in the starting, if we don't have any conflicts in the final table, then only it is said to be SLR1 grammar. So, if we have a conflict, what are the conflicts we can expect? The shift reduce conflict. Both shift and reduce in the same cell occurs when the follow if contains symbols that also cause shift. Reduce conflict. Two different reduction in the same cell occurs when follow set of different non-terminals overlap in one state. No conflict. The grammar is in SLR1. If conflict exists, grammar is not SLR1. Try CLR or LALR. Example, as I said. Let's take an example. Okay. E dash gives E, which is added in the augmented grammar section. E refers to E plus T or T. T refers to T star F or F. F refers to parenthesis E, closing parenthesis or ID. Here I have considered only up to 5. 0 to 5 states are shown. The full table will consist of 0 to 11 states. And uh, to specify the R2, as I said, the numbering is given to the productions. R2 is for E refers to T, R4 is for T refers to F, R6 is equal to F refers to ID. As I said, the terminal columns will contain shift operations. 0th row ID is equal to S5. A 0th row closing parenthesis S4. And if the second argument is non-terminal, that is 0th row E will just contain the number, the next transition state number. This is all is just given as a brief in the slide. And next, final checklist for the SLR table. The augmented grammar is created, all LR0 are computed, first and follow are calculated, shift entries are filled, Reduce entries has to be filled using follow and accept entry placed at the S dash gives S dot on dollar column. Go to entries are filled with non-terminal transition. No multiple entries in one cell. This is very important. Then we say the grammar is in SLR1. Thank you.